Welcome back to The Authentic Disciple, where we follow Christ in dynamic ways, transformed by His grace, sustained by the Spirit, and bearing witness to His redemptive mission through faith, love, and obedience. In our last episode, we explored the metaphors of Jesus being the bread of light and the light of the world. Today, we turn to another metaphor, the Good Shepherd. Through this metaphor, Jesus reveals not only how He leads, but how He loves. In John 10, Jesus says, I am the Good Shepherd, and describes the Good Shepherd as the one who lays down his life for his sheep. It's a simple image, but its meaning dives deeper than the image alone. In ancient Israel, shepherds weren't just caretakers, they were protectors, guides, and providers. The sheep depended entirely on the shepherd's voice, vigilance, and presence. And throughout the Old Testament, God is described as Israel's shepherd. For instance, in Psalm 23, verses 1 through 3, David says, The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And he goes on to describe how his shepherd leads him beside quiet waters and restores his soul. In this psalm, David is declaring trust in the provision and peace that comes from God. So when Jesus calls himself the Good Shepherd in John 10, he's not just offering comfort to his followers, he's making a claim to his identity. He's saying, I'm the one who leads you beside quiet waters, and I am the one who restores your soul. And if you've been following this series, you'll recall that the phrase I am is not just a casual phrase, but it echoes the divine name revealed to Moses in Exodus 3:14. In other words, Jesus is invoking the name of God. So he's not just describing a role that he plays, he's revealing his divine nature. Not only that, but Jesus takes it further. He doesn't just lead and restore, but he does so by laying down his life for his sheep, for his followers. Jesus isn't just committed to our care, he's committed to our rescue. The cross is not a tragic accident, it's the fulfillment of the shepherd's role. He lays down his life for his sheep, and he does so willingly. But the metaphor does not end with sacrifice, it actually continues with intimacy. In John 10, verse 27, Jesus says, My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. To be a disciple is to be known, not just seen, but understood, named, and cherished. And to follow Christ is not just blind obedience, it's relational trust. We follow Jesus because we recognize his voice, because we've learned its cadence and its character. This is not transactional religion. It's covenantal relationship. Jesus doesn't shepherd from a distance. He walks among the sheep. He calls them by name. He leads them out, and he goes before them. To be a disciple is to walk behind the one who walks ahead, and to trust the path, even when it winds through valleys. We'll pause here for this episode, and next time we'll explore Jesus' claim to be the resurrection and the life. Until then, may you have the confidence that you are known, led, and loved by the God of all creation.